Good afternoon, students. How are you all doing? Today, we have reading with grade 5B, the Chi-Lin's Purse. Okay, and today we're just going to revise what we had in the first periods, in the earlier periods. Then we're going to study our selection for today. So, Ahmed Habib, I need you to help me, please.
Yes, mister.
Ahmed, can you please tell me what is the genre of the story?
The genre of the story
It's
is
not genre. It's not genre. It's genre. Genre.
The genre of the story is folk tales.
What is a folk tale?
Are stories or legends that are told over and over from one generation to the next.
So if your grandma tells your mom a story, told your mom a story, and your mom told you a story, does this make this story a folk tale?
Yes.
Yes, amazing, very good. One story that passes through generations. Amazing, very, very good. Now, can you tell me about the target skill of this story? What is the target skill here?
What you said?
What is the target skill? What is the skill that we're going to work in here? There's a skill. What is it? Is it the sequence of events, the compare and contrast? What is it?
What are the rewards in helping others?
No, not that exactly. Look here. What does that remind you of?
Compare and contrast.
Very good. The comparing and contrast. Very good. And the earlier page, we compared between two people, right?
Yes.
And
When compare between two people, we
yes,
have to
now, Ahmad, please tell me, the comparison is stating the similarities or the differences?
Mister, I don't hear you well.
Ahmad, are you here?
Yes, I am here, but I don't hear you well.
Why? What's wrong?
There is some.
Whatever. Okay, Ahmed, thank you very much for that. Omar, Ahmed, Mohsen.
Yes, mister.
So tell me, please, here, the similarities or the comparing, we say the similarities or the differences?
The similarities.
The similarities, very good. And then the contrasting, we say?
Differences.
The differences, very good. We say the differences. So it's very important to compare and contrast anything, right? Because we know the similarities and the differences. Very good. And we have read before, we have read page 238. And here I have a question to, thank you very much, Omar, to Khalid Mujahid.
Hello, mister. How are you?
I'm doing great, Khalid. Now here, Khalid, I have a question for you. Here,
yes.
Our characters are who, and who?
Characters?
Yes.
Mrs. Sue and Sangling.
Mrs. Sue, Sangling, and? There's someone in the picture. Huh? Who's in the picture? Look at the board.
On the picture, Sangling.
Sangling and who?
Her mother.
That's her mother? Really? That's her mother?
What is this, mister? I cannot see it by his face.
You don't need his face. Who's that? Muhammad Samir. Amazing. Who is it? Khalid, who's that? Muhammad Samir, answer me.
The servant, mister.
The servant, very good. The servant, very good. Remember, Khaled, don't lose. Okay. So it's his servant, very good. Thank you very much for that, Khaled. Now, Muhammad Samir.
Yes.
What is the setting of this story?
The setting is in a small
Very good. So it's in a small town in China. And when did it happen?
when oh,
What?
years ago.
Many years ago. Amazing. Thank you very much for that, Muhammad. You are really amazing. Thank you very much for that. So here, Bilal, Abdurrahman Ismail, why are you here? This is grade 5B. Bilal,
Yes, yes.
huh? So tell me, there was a problem here for Sangling. What was her problem? She had a problem, right?
Yes.
What was that?
That the little girl becomes spoiled because she got everything she wanted.
Very good. She became spoiled. Very good, because she got everything she wanted. So she became very hard to please. She became very hard to
Please.
please. Nothing ever could make her happy or pleased, right? And she returned the wedding gifts more than one time, right or not?
Yes.
Yes, and she exchanges them more than one time. So today we're going to complete it. This is just a short summary of what happens here. And there's a question here that you all answered very good. What you learn about Sangling and the servant. She was a spoiled girl. She liked nothing. Nothing could please her. Even her mother gets her. If everything her mother gets her was exchanged or returned at least 2 or 3 times. Even the Chi-Lin's past servant was trying his best to please Sang-Ling. Okay, let's read the other part.
The servant returned to the store and ordered another. But when it was brought home, Sang-Ling merely glanced at it and said, "The colors of the Chi-Lin are too dark. Take it back." The servant went to place another order, but the new purse still did not please her. This time the servant broke down in tears. "I won't go back again, young mistress. The people in the stores laugh at me. They say I am hard to please. This is not true. You are the one who is hard to please. If you don't want this purse, I am going to leave you and work for someone else." Although Sang-Ling was spoiled, she was not a mean-spirited person. She somehow began to feel sorry for the old man who had been with her family for more than 40 years. So she looked at the purse and said, "All right, I will have this one. You may go and pay for it." The servant went back to the store, paid for the purse, and gave it to Mrs. Su. Sang-Ling's wedding fell on the 18th day of the 6th month according to the lunar calendar. It was the day Sang-Ling had longed for since her engagement. She was very excited and yet a bit sad, because she knew she was leaving her mother and the home she had lived in for 16 years.
For 16 years. Ahmed Amjad.
Yes, listen.
So now Singling is going where?
Going wedding.
To the wedding. Very good. She will get married. Very good. How old is she?
Yeah. 16.
16. Amazing. That's it. We have to clarify that she's now 16 years old. Let's complete it.
Sang-Ling wore a red silk dress and a red silk veil over her head. As she sat in her hao chow, a sedan chair draped with red satin, and waited to be carried to her new home, her mother came to present her with the Chi-Lin purse. "My dear child," she said as she lifted up the satin curtain in front, "this is your Ta-Si Jitsu, your big, happy day. I am delighted to see you get married, even though I will miss you terribly. Here is the Chi-Lin purse. I have put some wonderful things in it, but don't open it now. Wait until you are in your new home, and you will feel that I am with you."
And you will feel that I am with you. Turn over the page, please. I need Asir.
Hello, mister.
Can you notice something here in this panel exactly? That's who?
Ling.
That's Sang Ling's mother, and she's giving her the what?
The Chi-Lin
The Chi-Lin's purse. Very good, very good.
Sang Ling was hardly listening. She was thinking about the wedding and wondering about her husband-to-be, whom she had never met. She took the purse and laid it on her lap. A few minutes later, 4 footmen came. Picking up the Hao Chow, they placed it on their shoulders, and the wedding procession began. As the procession reached the road, it started to rain. Soon it was pouring so heavily that the footmen could not see well enough to continue. The wedding procession came to a halt, and the Hao Chow was carried into a pavilion that stood alongside the road. There was another Hao Chow in the pavilion. It was shabby with holes in the drapes. Sang Ling could hear a girl sobbing inside. This annoyed her because she believed that a person crying on her wedding day could bring bad luck.
So Mazen, here I have a question.
Okay.
Can you summarize what we've read so far?
Okay. So there was an old town in China. There was a small town called Tianchu. And in the small town lived a wealthy widow, Miss Wei. She had only one daughter, and her name
Mazen,
was...
summarize. Don't forget, it's to summarize.
Okay. Basically, there's a small town called Tianchu, and there lived a healthy widow which had a daughter. And one day, everything that Sang Ling took was not in her appreciation. So she became a spoiled girl, and her mother decided that it was time for her to marry when she was 16 years old. And she was engaged to a wealthy man from a neighboring town. So Sang Ling was hard to please, but they were going to prepare a dowry. Almost everything that her mother bought to Sang Ling was exchanged because she didn't appreciate that.
Yes, so jump to the point where she's off to the wedding now.
Okay, so Sang Ling's wedding fell on the 18th day of the 6th month, according to the lunar calendar of which the ancient Chinese people used. Then Sang Ling was very excited for this day. She was excited more than anything in her life. But also she was a bit sad because she knew that she was going to leave her mother, her family, and her house. Everything she had. So Sang Ling wore a red dress made of silk and a red veil.
That's details. We don't need details. Summary is all about giving the main points. You already mentioned them. It was old in China, in a town. There was a wealthy widow, had a spoiled daughter, and they had a servant. The daughter didn't like anything, right or not?
Right.
Then her mother decided that she should marry at the age of 16. And when about the time she was off to her wedding, what happened? Her mom gave her a what?
A Chi-Lin's purse.
A Chi-Lin's purse. Very good. A Chi-Lin's purse. That's it. Here. Sang Ling is a spoiled girl. A matchmaker has found her a husband. Sang Ling is very picky about her dowry, including the Chi-Lin's purse. Sang Ling's mother fills the Chi-Lin purse with gifts and gives it to Sang Ling on her wedding day. That's it. Okay. Thank you very much for that, Mazen. Yeah, man, I have a question for you. It's a bit hard.
Yep.
Now, Yaman, what evidence is there to prove that Sang Ling is superstitious? Now, what is the meaning of superstitious? The word superstitious means believes in crazy stuff. Believes in crazy? Huh? Huh?
Crazy.
Crazy stuff. Crazy? Stuff. Very good. Now, what here in the text is crazy stuff?
And where?
In the highlighted text.
Yes. The bad luck.
Very good, the bad luck. Very good. Can anything at all, yeah man, get you a bad luck?
No, I don't.
No. Very can anything else give you a good luck?
No, no.
No, that's superstitious. That's called superstitious, believing in crazy things. Like, for example, believing that seeing a black cat gives you bad luck. No, that's not true. Correct. That's not correct, right? So this is being superstitious. She believed in crazy.
Crazy stuff.
Like what? Huh?
Like she listens to the screaming one. So she thinks that this screaming will give her the bad luck.
Very good. Very, very good. Because she believes that a person crying on your wedding day is a bad luck. Is a bad
luck.
So she is superstitious. Superstitious. This word is very important. Superstitious means what?
Crazy stuff.
Yes, crazy stuff. Amazing. Yeah. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, man, you're amazing.
So she told her maid to go and find out what was wrong. The bride is very sad, the maid said when she returned. She is poor and has nothing to take to her new home. Sang Ling couldn't help feeling sorry for the girl. Then her eyes fell on the Chi-Lin purse in her lap. She realized that she was lucky to have so many things, while this girl had nothing. Since she wasn't carrying any money with her, she handed the Chi-Lin purse to her maid. "Give this to the girl, but don't mention my name." So the maid went over and gave the purse to the other bride. The girl stopped crying at once. Sang Ling had given away her mother's wedding gift without ever finding out what was inside.
What was inside? Abdurrahman, I have a question here.
Crying at once. Sang Ling had stopped crying at once.
Abdurrahman here. Why do you think that the girl stopped crying at once?
Because she is happy, because she is married.
Yeah, she was married and she was crying just minutes ago.
Because she realizes she was lucky to have so many things.
No, that's Sangling. Concentrate, Abdurrahman. Concentrate, please. You're not Abdurrahman, you're Asir, right?
What?
Abdurrahman?
Hello.
Yes, here. So the girl stopped crying at once. Why do you think that girl stopped crying at once?
Because Sang Ling has given away her mother's wedding gift without ever finding out what was inside.
Your answer is not 100% correct, but it is correct. The other girl stopped crying because she got a Chi-Lin's purse from Sang Ling. Look here. She stops crying because someone gave her something beautiful. She might have looked inside and found wonderful things in the purse. And we can figure out that those wonderful things are money or is money. Why? Because Mrs. Sue was wealthy or had a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So she put some money to her daughter to help her with her wedding. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, that's it exactly. So pay attention, please, Abdurrahman, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.
Hamza, it's page, just a minute, page 241. Okay? Money. Here.
A few minutes later, the rain stopped. The footmen picked up Sang Ling's Hao Chow, and the procession continued on its way. In an hour, Sang Ling arrived at her new home. She was happily married that evening, and to her delight, she found her husband to be a wonderful and handsome young man. In a year's time, when she became the mother of a little boy, she felt she was the happiest woman in the world.
Here I have a question. I love questions. Saeed! Saeed!
Hi, mister.
Saeed! Where were you last period?
Sorry.
Thursday, where were you? I missed you.
Missed you.
Come on, now here. In a year's time, when she became the mother of a little boy, she felt she was the happiest woman in the world. So here, tell me, so when did she give birth to that boy? How old was she when she became a mother?
In
How
18.
old was she when she gave, really, 18? When did she got married, at what age? She got married at what age?
In 16.
16, very good. And in a year's time, she became a mother. So how old was she? Simple math.
17.
What?
17?
Amazing. Simple math, right?
Right.
Yes. So now she's 17 years old when she had her baby boy. Okay, let's complete.
But 6 years later, there came a terrible flood. Sang Ling and her family lost their home and everything they owned. When they were fleeing their town, Sang Ling became separated from her husband and young son in the crowds of other townspeople. After searching for them in vain, Sang Ling followed a group of people to another town called Lai Chau. She had given up hope that she would ever see her husband and child again.
Oh, so sad. Anas Izzat. Anas Izzat is not answering. Omar Hamada is PlayStationing right now, or Xboxing.
Yes, mister.
Omar Hamada. So now here is a big problem happened for Sangling. An extremely, a disaster, a catastrophe. What is it? What is the problem that happened to Sangling?
Wait, when you was making this to listen to the reader, I don't hear him. I don't
Why?
hear the reader.
Why?
I don't hear him. His sound very loud. I don't know why.
It's low. And this is because of your speakers. Okay, I'll pick someone else. Abdullah Samir. Thank you, Omar.
Okay,
Abdullah?
I'm there.
Yes. Abdullah, tell me what is the problem, the big problem, the issue that happened to Sangling?
Okay.
Very good, Omar Hamada. Why didn't you tell me that before? Abdullah, tell me the problem. What is the problem? Abdullah?
Yes, mister.
What is the problem here? There's a problem that happened. What is it?
That it's Mister,
Anas, where were you?
I was drinking water.
Drinking water for like 10 minutes?
No.
Omar Hamada, answer me, What is the problem here?
A flood happened.
Very good, a flood happened. Very good, a flood happened. What's a flood, Omar? Can you explain it to me, please?
A flood is a
Flood, not flood. Flood, flood.
flood is a big amount of water.
It's very good. A huge amount of water. That what? That does what?
What?
That does what? That does what?
Maybe, for example, it rains. It makes flood. The flood gets in the city and make the cars swim and like this.
Yes, very good. So nowadays the flood makes the car swim and it drowns or it fills the streets with water. But back in the days where the house is strong, Omar,
Yes, mister.
where the house is strong enough to resist the flood.
Yes, it's
Back in the old days.
No, and back years ago, no, the houses is not strong in back
Very
years
good.
ago.
So if a flood came, it will destroy the houses, right?
Yes, right.
Yes.
If the,
And that's exactly, Omar, what happened with Sang Ling's home. Her husband's home. Yes, that's exactly what happened to her. Anas, so can you repeat the problem, please?
What?
Can you tell me the problem?
The problem, there came a triple flood and Hussein and Ling and her family lost their home and
Very good.
everything they own.
Very good, very good. So this flood was terrible. It destroyed everything and Sangling. And there's also another problem. Do you know what is it, Abdullah Samir?
yes, mister.
Do you know what is it? There's another problem also, not just the flood.
Yes, I know it.
What is it?
That has
I know it, mister.
Hatsing Ling and her family lost.
Very good, Abdullah. Amazing. Sangling was lost from her husband and boy. Sangling was lost from her husband and boy. Very good. That's it. Amazing. Very good. Sangling. Very good. Ahmed Habib. Her husband and son were lost. Were, not was, because they're more than one. Very good. That's it. Thank you very much, Anas. Thank you, Omar. Thank you, Abdullah. And Anas, don't drink water. Okay, put a flask next to your laptop or your phone. Or take the phone with you while you're going to drink. Asir Amr. Asir Amr. See, Asir is also drinking, guys. Asir, you came back from drinking?
No, my mother was opening her mic.
Okay. Here, there's a conflict on page 242. The conflict that we have just repeatedly said. What is it? Because it's important in the story. What is it?
What is the what?
The conflict.
The what?
The conflict.
Conflict?
Yes, or the problem. The conflict is another word for the problem. But since you're in grade 5, you will not hearing the word problem again. You will be hearing the word conflict.
Conflict, okay. The conflict is that there was a flood in Chi-Lin husband house, and she didn't see her husband and her boy.
Very good. So there was a great flood, and she was separated from her son and husband. Amazing. Thank you very much for that answer.
Welcome, Mr.
So we finished here until page 242, and tomorrow we will complete the others, okay? I hope you enjoyed number 1, you understood number 2, You figured out everything. That's number 3. I love you so much, guys. Really, really, I love you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.